Right, people, it's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye, and that's right, you've just tuned in to the chopping block. Now, first things first, before I dive straight into this, yes, that's right, somebody's got a haircut. Let's face it, it was well overdue. I was looking uglier than usual. Hopefully I look a little bit more baby facious, which is kind of the way I'm going, you know. When you tick over to 32, it's all about trying to look as young as possible. I stress trying. Anyway, let's get into this. First things first, I've been wanting to do a chopping block for a while, mentioning these guys, because I think if we're looking to sell and looking to get people off the wage bill, these are the people that I would go to first. These would be my go-to. It's time that we let go of the mercenaries, the bloodsuckers, the straight-up vampires, or as I've just put in my title, the Arsenal leeches. Now, who would I first of all put in that category of leeches? Well, for me, it would be first things first, get rid of Carl Jenkinson. And I know he's an Arsenal man. Let me say that first. I know he's an Arsenal man. But it's time we stop keeping people on the books because of sentiment. I believe that Jenkinson is not good enough. There was once upon a time that I thought he would really kick on and develop, probably around about 18 months ago. I thought he'd really kick on and develop. And there was a brief period where he was playing for West Ham where he looked a half-decent player. Has quickly eroded. And I think you just need to get this kid off the books. And who knows, maybe if he goes to upper championship level, lower premiership level, maybe someone like a Huddersfield might be interested in him. I think that's his level. And I think he might forge himself a good career. And who knows, you know, it's not like England are full of talented players. You never know, maybe if he's halfway consistent, he might one day fumble and bumble his way into the England squad. It's not impossible. Who would be my next player? Oh yes, that's right, Kieran Gibbs. A man who I've often rallied for to play myself. I've often thought that because he's quick, and he's never been defensively sound. There is no Arsenal fan that would say Gibbs has been defensively sound. However, he's always done just enough that most people give him a pass. I think there was a period during last season where I was calling for him to go back in because I felt Monreal's form had dipped so badly. But then it picked back up and Gibbs has never really looked that comfortable. Even when he's gone into more of an attacking fullback position, he still does not look like that player. Now we've bought a left back, and you know Wenger's not dropping one of his undroppables in Monreal. So Gibbs is bye-bye. I think you can fetch good money. I think we can get your 70,000 off the wage bill. And I'd sell Gibbs. I'd sell him in a heartbeat. I think there'll be people waiting to buy him. Let's just sell him and get it done with. Who would be next? Mathieu Debuchy. And I probably butchered his first name, but I could not give a fuck because I don't expect to see him next season. I think the player is decent. Let me say that, decent. I think there was an opportunity we had to to sell him to a United team last year, as Stel always keeps banging on telling me. And we rejected the opportunity to do that. I think subsequently we have suffered in a way because he's just continuously been on our books, insulting the manager, insulting the team, being a bad apple generally in the squad. And bad apples are just the type of things you need to get rid of. I'd sell Debuchy, do whatever it takes, pay him to cancel his contract if necessary. And apparently there are stories that we are actually in negotiations to do just that. Shame for Debuchy really, because I think he came to Arsenal with a lot of prospects of doing well. Unfortunately for him coming into the team at the same time that Hector Bellerin was doing well, He had no chance, really. And we've not really looked back since. Nor do we need him now, so I'd sell him now. Cut loose. His attitude is terrible. And Szczesny, who... Now, people will react to that one. Like, oh no, we should be keeping Szczesny. Let's be real. Alright? I like Szczesny, but he's said a few times that he believes his career is away from the club. I believe if Arsene Wenger is smart, maybe put a little clever little buyback clause in there. Perhaps if they do end up selling him to Juventus, I think it is clever. Putting a high price tag on him, although I wouldn't completely price him out of a move altogether. I wouldn't mind getting his wages off the books either. I think he's on 80,000 himself. So we could do with him being off the books. I like Szczesny, all the talent in the world. I've said it before and I'll say it again, would be the best keeper in the world if he could concentrate. It seems like he's managed to do that and has worked a little bit of that into his game. However, I've got a sneaking suspicion he's more likely to go than Ospina. Even though Ospina is being linked with a move, I've still got a feeling that Ospina will stay. I'm not necessarily against that either. I know that will be a controversial one for a lot of you. Incidentally, I'd also sell Ospina, but that will be for another chopping block. And then this one is the one that's going to set off a lot of people off. I'm sorry, but enough is enough. Santi Cazorla. I would sell him. Now, before I go into this, Santi, I must stress, has been one of my favourite players, Arsenal players ever. I think he's a genius on the ball. I think he has been a magnificent Wenger signing. But let's just be real here. There's a reason why United didn't offer Zlatan a new contract. You know why? Because he was injured for a long period of time. You don't reward someone for being injured. And we have a habit of doing that all the damn time. We reward people for being injured. When it gets to the point where you don't even know when a player's coming back, that's when you should cut loose. That's when you should cut ties. That's when you should say to yourself, alright, maybe we need to talk about this contract that you're on. Might need to have it as a players you pay type of thing. Something. We need to free up wages. So unfortunately, as much as I love Santi, and as much as I'm going to get ridiculed and hated on down in that comments, oh my gosh, I can feel it, I would still sell his ass. I'm sorry. Santi, it's time to go. Right, so that's it for me and the chopping block. You will notice I've left off a couple of names. Oh, I got plans for those couple of people. Those couple of people deserve their own show. Because I know it's going to start a shitstorm. And you trust me, you will love that episode. So do let me know what you think. Is there any names I haven't mentioned that I haven't mentioned? Or is there a reason I haven't mentioned them? Let me know in the comments below. You guys know whenever you comment, I try and respond as much as possible. So do leave your comments below. Also, a little shout out to Tom. I'm going to put his Twitter in the link below. You would see a logo, I think in the right hand corner, so that should be the right direction, down below, where he made me a logo that I absolutely love. He is an absolute artistic genius. Do hit him up on Twitter, and I will put his link in the description below. Alright people, if you like this video, please crush that like button. You know I appreciate it whenever you guys do that. Hit that like button, press it, like it, love it, share it, and like it again. Sign on to your second YouTube account and like it again. And also, if you're listening to me for the very first time, please hit that subscribe button. Trust me, I'm always thinking of new ways to entertain you guys as much as possible. So do spread the love and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're on Twitter, do follow me at Colossal Chick. Alright, blimey, it's a bit of a long chopping block. Let me get out of here. Alright people, take care. Peace!